just shot me? Dude's already in our spawn? What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Hillbilly Outlaw, man. We back today, and we checking out this here Leopard A1A1 L44 Premium, man. Now, this bad boy is a 9.0 on the German tech tree. It's one of the top tier premiums that you can get in Germany. As we'll see, you can either get the Leopard or the Tam. This is the 9.0 version. There is a normal Leopard A1A1, which is an 8.7 non-premium. But this one is slightly better, and it does have an improved turret or cannon. It does have about a 9-second reload. It's got 4 crew members, 830 horsepower with a max speed of 40 miles per hour. And it does have smoke grenade launchers, dual 7.62 machine guns. And checking out under the hood what a modification she has. She does come with a Generation 1 thermal with night vision, a laser rangefinder, and of course all of your artillery support and all your mobility upgrades. When you purchase a premium, you get all modifications unlocked for free. You don't have to grind through them, you just get them. It does come with 2 types of rounds, one being free, one being 110 silver lines that you have to purchase each battle. The free version is the DM12, which is a Heat FS shell. This is actually a pretty decent shell for being free. Heat FS is a pretty decent round. It doesn't travel as fast as the DM13s, but it does have pretty decent penetration. If you short on money, this is the way to go. The improved shell, however, is a DM13, and this is your common APFSDS, which is your fin stabilized sabot. It does travel at 1,650 meters a second, which actually is pretty quick. At various ranges and degrees. It's got about a 390 millimeters of penetration at 100 meters at a 0-degree angle. It's not the greatest out there, but it's also not bad by any means. And now, talking about the ornament of the tank, let's move over to the armor and kind of see where she struggles at. Now, a little historical background. When they designed the Leopard, A1A1 in this scenario, they realized that the Heat FS shell dominated all types of tank armor that was viable. And what I mean by viable is no matter how much armor they slapped on there without insanely sacrificing speed or mobility, the Heat FS shell could just penetrate it. Now, this was before composite armor like you see in the modern Abrams and stuff like that. So the designers just felt like they shouldn't put any armor on there, which does help with speed and it does help with weight, but it makes the tank very much so a glass cannon, if you will. The sides only have about 40 millimeters. The turret only has about 10 in some spots, and sometimes even really under 30, which as you will, for a turret ain't much at all. The back has about 30. The back of the turret only has about 10. The lower glacis has about 90. The upper glacis does have about 130, which is probably the strongest spot on the tank. The cannon breech armor in some areas has 120, 130, but for majority of it, it's only got about 50, 60. So the actual armor on the tank is not a lot. Checking out the X-ray, the actual shell stowage or the ammo stowage is not in an ideal spot. The first 11 rounds go right underneath the loader, and as y'all probably know, if you get shot in the side, it's more than likely going to blow them shells up. Any more than 11 gets stowed in the front, which is probably a worse spot than where it's at normally. This is a horrible spot for ammo. If you're fighting it one-on-one, you're probably going to get hit somewhere around here, and it's just going to blow up your shells. Now, checking out armor analysis, or protection analysis, one of the main tanks you actually struggle against is the BMP. Now, this sucker comes with a 30 millimeter cannon, And it's an auto cannon, which means it can shoot real fast. And this sucker will go right through you. So what I wanted to say is, if you're getting shot from the side like that, it's gonna hit that ammo. That was just a bad shot on my part. It's gonna hit that ammo. It's gonna take you out. I've died so many times to BMPs just shredding me, because they can shoot you. They can't penetrate your front, but anything on the sides, they got you. And that's just a BMP. Of course, the T-70s, T-72 with just, a basic, even just a basic heat FS shell, it's going to absolutely destroy you. So it's one of them deals where the Leopard is not a tank that's going to be bouncing shots. Doesn't mean it can't. It's just not going to be able to compete one-on-ones up close. So with that being said, the playstyle of the Leopard is actually more of a tank destroyer / flanker. It's not made to get up close. It's not made to kind of rush flags. It's not made to, bounce shots and trade with other tanks. It's more of a modern tank destroyer. It's got a good cannon. It's got the laser rangefinder. It does have thermals. The speed of the DM13 isn't bad at all, which means you can kind of hit moving targets at distance pretty easily well. But it's not a tank that's made to push flags or capture points. It's a tank that solely benefits from sniping at long range, using this laser rangefinder to pinpoint targets at a distance, and using this thermal to kind of help acquire targets. So with that being said, we're going to jump right into a couple games, and hopefully we can make it work and just see how she benefits. With that being said, I'll catch y'all in the game now. The War Thunder loves this enough to where they wanted to give us 2 back-to-back night maps. Which, being quite honest with you, is kind of a rare commodity in my world. I really never get more than 1 in a day, to be honest with you, but they decided to give us 2 back-to-back in the good old Leopard here, so we're going to take advantage of it. We're going to try to hit these flanks. Luckily, the map only has 1 objective point, which hopefully will force everybody up towards that A spot. And hopefully we can kind of take advantage of the fact that everybody's going to kind of be pushing that general way. Doesn't mean there's going to be non-scragglers, but hopefully we can catch a couple people on the flank. Use our thermals to our advantage here. And see if we can catch anybody off guard. Are we gonna back it up here? We pushed a little bit too much. Got a couple hits on the artillery. Like I said, that artillery is invaluable, man. It's really nice to push people out of positions, and it helps a lot when it comes to getting just a couple hits. Sometimes you can actually get kills with it, and at the end of the day, all that adds up to your added XP at the end of the game. So it's free, might as well use it, right? Boom, right there. Oh, it's one of them missile tanks. Took him out on the flank. We got our artillery back. We're gonna let it rip right there on top again. Type 74 is getting shot at by this fella right here. T-64 down. Another one down. They just keep coming to us. It may be worth hitting the actual flank on the objective down. Trying to see if there's any scragglers. There is a fella behind us somewhere. There's 2 fellers right there. Critted him. Oh! I must have seen. Oh, he was able to shoot with his gunner out. Huh. Heat FS, man. It just goes to show, man. Heat FS, if you get hit with that sucker, he's pretty much a goner. Oh, well, that was a good run for us, man. Let's go check out the next one here. This is probably one of the worst maps you can get in the Leopard, which is Abandoned Factory, which is pretty much all close quarters. There's not a good amount of long-distance engagements. When it comes to a map like this, it would be ideal if you had backup tanks, which if you're just buying the actual Leopard, you probably don't have. So if your only tank, which is what I'm playing right now in my lineup, is just a Leopard, your biggest goal is just to, maximize your survivor time. Try to stay back, play on the side of the map. If you know the map good enough, you probably know that most maps have a dominant side where a lot of people like to go to first, which usually on this map, is the upper part, A. There is a lot of people going towards C, which is a little unusual because a lot of people actually like to go towards A. But just try your best to stay on the least dominant side of the map and just try to pick up those weak tanks that are going for just the capture points. A lot of times you'll find people, they'll be in weak unarmored tanks like BMPs, and their whole goal is to use their speed and mobility to just capture points. Like that filler, perfect example like that. Using his mobility to get around, got a quick shot off on him, and bagged us a kill. So just kind of stay behind cover. Don't get too engaged. Don't get too close. Just do your best to. I thought that little car was a tank. Use the advantage to yourself. Don't give in to it too much. And just look for kills, man. Use your artillery and. There is a tank right here. I don't think he saw us. No, he didn't. Good kill. BMP. What? He wasn't even looking at us. What? That was bogus. But listen, we got a couple kills there, man. That's all we after, right? Alright, so we're back on the little snow map here. Finland. We're back on Finland. Spawned in a little late, but we're just going to go ahead and throw our arty down on B just to catch any people that's going to maybe get to the objective point a little quicker than other fillers. Just remember to use that artillery to help you out and use it to flush people out of their positions. Remember, as much as people think War Thunder is about yourself, it is about a team as well. Can't win the game by yourself, so being able to dish out some damage and force people out of cover always helps out. Try to get to a high advantage over our enemies here. I'm gonna push up a little bit quicker, a little bit farther. I was hoping to be able to catch somebody pushing towards B, but it doesn't look like there's anybody close yet. be really aggressive here. Critical hit on him. Push back under cover. Did get an assist. Good shot. Good shot. Knocked him out. Back under the hill. This is what I mean by it's got a very good sit and wait play style. It's got a very good, you know, you let your enemies come to you rather than you come to them. And as always, I like to throw my artillery down on choke points where there may be enemies sitting behind cover. And that helps flush them out if they are there. And it, you know, it may help you secure a kill actually. So, biggest thing is just have patience with this tank and sit back and, you know, kind of let failures come to you a little bit. Although for people like me, it is hard to sit here and just wait like this. I like to get up in there, man. But, you know, when you don't have much armor, you kind of don't have a choice. You've kind of just got to rely on your speed, your maneuverability, and all that to be able to get you home safely. There was an enemy on that road, but the plane seemed to have killed him. We are getting strafed, and we're going to use our reverse speed to get us out of dodge. The Leopard does have good enough reverse speed to where you can do things like that. That was a perfect example, actually, of using our reverse speed to get out of a sticky situation. There is a BMP over there. There's a BMP right next to us camping as well. That just goes to show. Instantly blew up the ammo, killed the crew. It's just the design of the weak armor and the bad ammo stowage placement. That's alright though. Alright y'all, we back. We're gonna do a little post-review analysis of the Leopard A1A1, man. So after playing a few games in this thing, the intro was kind of spot on, man. It definitely struggled against BMPs. I feel like I died more than BMPs than anything else today. It actually did have some good moments though, man. It kind of showed its reverse speed a lot. It showed its gun depression a little bit. I had good maneuverability all around. The cannon really didn't disappoint me. It took people out when it needed to take them out. The armor definitely is the biggest letdown. I won't say that it completely breaks a tank, but from an aggressive standpoint like me, it isn't my most ideal tank, but I definitely do enjoy playing it. And I think if you have a play style that's more passive and you like to sit back, the Leopard's going to be a great choice for you. But if you really like to get up close and bounce shots and really duel, it's probably not the best tank. Overall, though, it's definitely nice. It definitely will help you level up your German tech tree. And by all means, it isn't a bad tank at all. It isn't my most favorite tank, and it definitely doesn't fit my playstyle the best. But by all means, I had a blast playing it, and I definitely will keep playing it in the future. Overall, if you liked the video and you learned something, leave your boy a like, subscribe, comment. Helps me out and helps other old fellow War Thunder players learn something as well. If they're in the market to pick up a new tank or trying to learn how to play a certain tank, maybe your like, comment, and subscribe will help them find me too. So I appreciate it, y'all, man. I hope y'all have a great day, and thank y'all for watching. Stay hillbilly.